Hello, 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 good evening, and welcome back to the channel. And that is my very blurry face, and that's a lot of light behind us. So, how on earth is everyone doing? We've already got a number of people in the chat. Of course, we've got Lucy. Thank you very much for tuning in. We've got Stephen Dunn, we've got Hezray, and Ray Minto. Hello, Ray. Thank you very much for tuning in again. And of course, Stephen. We've got Sharpie. Ray says, anyone Crimson Fist? Unfortunately not, but I do know somebody who is selling some, if you are interested, Hezray. So first of all, welcome back to the channel. Thank you very much for everybody that supports the channel, and of course everyone who is on Patreon, who does get 1 week early access to battle reports. Yeah, I've had 1 or 2 donations over the last 2 weeks or so. Since I got back to Gibraltar via PayPal. So thank you very much to everybody that supported, in particular Mr. Will Galloway made a donation to the channel, so thank you very much. We've got Barry from Underdog Painting, we've got Wadies, and we've got Jacob from the Warp Forge. We've got a nice little crowd in tonight. So thank you very much everybody for tuning in. What is everybody working on? I've just finished editing 2 videos. Me and Lucy went to the Darlington Dogs Award Sigma tournament this weekend, and Lucy came 3rd, and I came 4th, so not bad placements for either of us at all. Mouthful here. I've just put up and edited the tutorial for magnetizing a tide wall. I keep going to call it a shield wall. And Sharpie's sending me gifts. Thank you very much, Sharpie. So yes, massive well done to Lucy. Phenomenal day. Everybody had really, really great games. Both of us had 3 really, really good games. And everyone else that went and really enjoyed it as well. So check them out. Check that video out. It's just gone up. There'll be an Age of Sigmar battle report before Friday, if I can find the time to get it edited. As well as a 40k one available on Friday. Friday's battle report will be Harlequins versus Thousand Suns, which is the 3rd game that I managed to get filmed whilst out in Gibraltar. And for Patreons, I'm thinking, how about Corn World Eaters versus Iron Warriors? I'm thinking that for 40k. So, what am I working on? Well, once I've cleaned my glasses, I'm going to be working on 42, 50 bases for my Space Marines. I'm then going to be doing a lot of airbrushing. I've got to do Lucy's Wildwoods, and I've got a Yavara and a Tide Wall to spray up. So that is what I'm going to be working on. So let's go camera down and hope that that's in the right place. Not so much, but so I need my PVA glue because I'm going to be sanding up all of these bases and a lot more of these. I've got 42 32mm ones sat next to us waiting to be done. So I've glued all the cork on with super glue, of course. Pound shop super glue is a man's best friend when it comes to this. Everyone's quiet. Why is everyone quiet? And I've just realised I've totally blocked the light by putting the glue right in the way there. Still working on the Nurgle Kiosk Knight, not sure on him. Sharpie, your conversions are on form, mate, so don't worry. I'm sure all will come out very, very well. So, the Primaris Marines aren't far off being done. Lucy's been doing the intercessors for me. There's only mainly highlight colours and a couple of washes to go, and they'll be done, which leaves the Redemptor and the Repulsor for me. Like I said, I've got these few things on my desk at the minute that I've just listed off. So the Tau stuff, if I can get the Tau stuff base coated, that won't take me long to get done. And Lucy's Forests shouldn't take me too long to get done either. In particular, if we can get all the spraying done tonight, that would be awesome. When is Phil joining the live chat again? Unfortunately, Phil now lives in Middlesbrough, so unless he Skypes, he can't join us midweek, unfortunately. But I will try and convince him to join us a couple of times. I have messaged him, asking him if he would like to join us, but he hasn't come back to me as of yet. The life of a uni student, I suppose, eh? He's probably out boozing it up somewhere. Any thoughts on the new Imperial Guard Codex? I've seen bits and pieces. It looks very good. It looks very good. Beyond that, I can't really say because I don't really. Sorry, what was I saying? I don't really follow Guard that much. They're not. It's not that I dislike them. It's just they're not my flavour. Hendrik Mueller. Henry, how on earth are you, my very nice chocolate-loving German friend? I have a request. Oh, wait there. So, Stephen, got something different maybe done in an hour. What have you been doing, Stephen? SMC01 full hi mate, I love your balls. I'm getting sick and tired of Nurgle and these Death Guard prats. They seem to be the new Yanari. Absolutely, mate. Everyone's jumped on them, which it's nice. It is nice, but everyone's doing them. Yet I haven't done them at all. Other than me and Sharpie did like the intro game, which was the content of the Dark Imperium box. So that was like way before anything released. You might see Sharpie's army, probably I would say at least a month's time because I'm not filming anything for the next 3 weeks. But you're still going to get all the battle reports because I've got them all filmed. See, even Sharpie says he's fed up. So, anyway, the direction that I'm looking to take the channel in is a lot more narrative, okay? So, there's a lot of, there's 1,000,001 channels that just do straight up games, which is really, really cool. And I miss the old school mini wargaming narrative missions, okay, where there would, the full school narrative. Matt would do the story time, which story time's not really my cup of tea. But I liked in particular when Dave did the flea reading scrap feeders, where he did all the voice work and stuff on it. And I really, really want to do something like that. So me and Reese have been planning, along with Jay Thomas, if he appears tonight, that we're going to do an Orc Spendable campaign, which is basically the Orcs versus Blood Angels. Now, I'm not going to do any narrative from the Blood Angels side or perspective, unfortunately, and I've just snapped the cork off that base, which I didn't want to do. What I am going to do is do it all from the Orcs perspective. So what we're going to have, this is just an example, we're going to have an Arnold Schwarzenegger Orc, because Reese already has Chuck Norris. Chuck Norris is Reese's Orc boy that managed to kill Justin's Redemptor. But the request for Henny is, if he is up for some voice acting, I know from personal experience that he does a very good Arnold Schwarzenegger impression. So I'm hoping that he'll do a couple of I'll be backs and get to the chopper that I could potentially put in the narrative mission when I'm doing the voiceovers. And of course, it wouldn't be complete if the intro wasn't narrated by Sir David Attenborough and Steve Irwin trying to outdo him with the commentary. Arnold Schwarzenegger. Yep, absolutely, man. We're going to have Mr. T as well, and Reese is going to hopefully be able to build a giant helicarrier type thing. Henny, ha ha ha. Henny, honestly, mate, hopefully you're up for it. I'm going to try and get Matt Johnson to do the Australian as well, to get him to do Steve Irwin if I can. Oh, what have we got here? Lucy saying I need to move the camera. Ah, sorry. So yeah, I'm working on loads and loads of bases. I'll put them here in front of you. And more of them. And more of them. And a few more. And 5 more. Yeah, that's what I'm working on. Vanessa Hammerhand, hello guys. Welcome. Tim Walker. Henny says, let us have a chat later, mate. Nice one. Nice one. The Blight Lord Terminator kit is crap. I enjoy how the models look, but they took a lot of work to build, especially pinning because the arm joints are a hot mess. Thank God for not joining the Death Guard bandwagon, mate. The Blood Angels and Orc storyline will be hilarious. Attenborough and Irwin, for fuck's sake, I do a really good Tony Blair. Nice. Don't fill up the screen. There you go. Will Tyranids feature in your narratives? Well, I would like every army to feature in at some point, but doing Tyranids in a narrative is going to be harder, but I'll certainly try. We'll probably leave that one to Phil. Obviously, Phil's the hardcore Nid player over me. So when the Nid book comes out, which will hopefully be soon, Eldar is actually rumoured to be next, so Henny will be pleased about that. 2 seconds. I've got all sorts of notifications going mad on my phone here. How long did you plan your narrative to be? A month, half a year, a year? What is in time frame in game-wise? I'm talking just like 3 missions. 3 or 4 missions per narrative. And just have some like really cool custom games with a little bit higher production quality, and like I said, the voice acting and stuff as well. So each one will just be like a couple of missions. So I kind of tested the waters a little bit, but without the voice acting, when Tony was up. So Phil filmed a bit more of a story-driven game, and then I kind of filmed the conclusion with it with Tony's Raven Guard. Tyranids in a narrative normally tends to fill a big gap on a campaign because it's an entire fleet to consume a world. Watch what happened in Dawn War 2, perfect example. I've never played Dawn War, so I honestly can't answer that. I can't reference it. But yeah, I mean, we'll definitely do a Tyranid one at some point. It's just when. So anyway, Vanessa, if you missed what we were saying there, Lucy actually came 3rd place in the tournament that we went to yesterday, and she only lost. She lost a 2nd game, but the guy that beat her came 2nd overall, as he went on to beat. Basically, I was playing one guy, Lucy was playing another, and me and Lucy both lost. Which meant that them 2 guys played each other. So the guy that beat me went on to win, and the guy that beat Lucy was basically runner-up. And then me and Lucy came 3rd and 4th. So yeah, it was a really, really fun day. And the chicken burrito for dinner was awesome. So yeah, a good day was had by all. What was the army winner? It was Death. So Drew had a Vampire Lord. He had 2 times 6 Spirit Hosts. He put the command trait to reroll hits on 1 unit of Spirit Hosts and charged a unit of 4 Mournfangs and actually killed 3 of them outright, just with the mortal wound damage, which was insane. Like, really insane. I managed to actually draw on game points, but the new missions actually specify that if it's draw on points, then you go to who got the most kills, basically. And unfortunately, Drew all but tabled me. I had a butcher left at the end of turn 5. So he ended up winning because he killed more. I actually retreated from combat with a 1-wound Stonehorn out from the zombie dragon, charged back in, killed the zombie dragon in one swing. But then he got back up with the Ring of Immortality on 3 wounds. I then piled in immediately with the Mournfangs, because Stonehorns allow Mournfangs to do that. And I only had 1 Mournfang within reach to attack him, and I didn't kill him, unfortunately. And then, of course, the Vampire Lord swung and killed. Was more perspective would be the normal Zinch army. Yeah, there was no Zinch armies there at all. There was 2 Nurgle, a Slanesh. There was 3 Death armies, but Luke's army was quite well rounded. Sam took Nagash, the giant skeleton guy on a horse, and then 8 Morghasts, I think. There was 3 Stormcast armies and an Ironjaw's army. I think that was everything. Yeah, I think that was everything. So yeah, the Death Lord's army that Sam had, he won Best Painter for it, and honestly, Sam is a fantastic painter. He really is. And I'm going to try and get a game booked in with him before the end of October and play the Battle Bunker on the Graveyard board and kind of do that as an Age of Sigmar special, Halloween special. What you need is Seraphon. Lord Croak will make you win the day. Yeah, Liam's got Seraphon. I need to get Liam back down, but between college and then working on an evening, Liam's just had so little free time recently that he's barely had time to do anything. And the days he has had free have been during the day when I'm at work, so I can't get to him. How people play with that bugger as of late, I'll show you. I don't think Liam actually has Lord Croak. Harry, what type of flock sand rock are you using? I am using sharp sand from the Builder's Merchant. It cost me £1.20 for a giant bag 3 years ago, and I'm still using it now. And you've seen how many armies I've based and terrain and what have you. But what's on the top is just some thin corkboard. I got off eBay for about £3 for a roll. So I just rip one piece up, glue it on, and then, of course, sharp sand. Croak command ability, roll 3 dice on the floor, plus you gain a What? So you basically get command dice. That's insane. Me third game, I got very, very lucky in winning it. But my first turn was atrocious. So every went to the table, I got a 3-inch move, plus 12 for the Stonehorns was 15, plus a run of 4 or 5 inches each. Meant that I only needed a 5-inch charge to make combat on turn 1 with both Stonehorns. Guess what I rolled on the charge distance for both of them? 4 inches each. You cast 4 spells. First, it's the Vortex. Get Croak up on top. Now all spells got twice the range. Cast Celestial Deliverance and then Comet's Call. That sounds horrible. We've got Doromus J. Hello. Thank you very much for tuning in. I'm currently in the middle of basing 50 bases for my Space Marine Primaris army, which will hopefully be hitting the channel soon. Hello, Harry. You going to the LCO? Luke Barwick. Luke, ladies and gentlemen, absolute pleasure for him to be here. Thank you very much for tuning in, Luke. Unfortunately, I'm not. I don't have the cash, unfortunately. Between traveling there, ticket price, and then, of course, hotel. After I've just getting back from Gibraltar, it's not something that I can really manage that close to Christmas. Celestial Deliverance. It's a 7 cast, roll 3 dice That's the distance of the spell. Enemy units within range suffer D3 mortal wounds. Demons are D6, and since you're on a vortex, that's horrible. That's really, really nasty. I don't think I like that. I'll have to get David from Durham Raiders plays Lizardmen as well. He played them like ages ago. Lucy played against them. And he has a love-hate relationship with gaming because, bless him, his dice hate him all the time. Alright, 2 seconds, I'm getting notifications through my ears again. Sorry, I'm getting notifications because I've just put 2 videos up before this live stream. So I'm trying to get this out the way so that like tomorrow or Wednesday, I can get them all sprayed up and dry brushed. I use towel, but I don't have the money to buy units. Fair enough, man. Fair enough. Towel's something that I've recently getting into, and they're a lot different than my normal play style, but I am kind of enjoying them. I'll hopefully be getting more units soon. There's a few things off at the commission painters, so we should be getting them back hopefully within a month or so. And you gain an extra 6 inches if you roll a double on the spell and successfully cast it, and worst croak just like a slan and bind spells battlefield wide, not just range. That's horrible. That's really, really horrible. Oh. So I don't know how I feel today. I finished work, and work was long today. I had a lot of stuff to do and get through, and lots of back and forth with a lot of things, and it was mentally quite tiring today. I mean, it is anyway, but today more so than others felt. I keep snapping the cork off because crap super glue. On the subject, what is a good low model count army? Beast Claws, but people will cry at you, Luke, because they're like, oh, Beast Claws overpowered. They're not. They hit hard and they hit like a ton of bricks. However, model count hurts you so bad. Like even yesterday, I had 12 Mournfangs, 2 Stonehorns, and 2 Butchers. But obviously, I could drop 4 Mournfangs and easily put in another Stonehorn. I quite often run 3. If you add in Croak on your Stormcast, Lucy, you might force your opponents to come to you, or they're going to suffer so bad with huge. Lucy's actually gone Vandus because yesterday really took it out of her, obviously. Because of her disability and stuff, she normally has a nap during the day. And obviously playing 3 games leant over a table and stuff, it was very tiring for her. So she's resting up, but she's actually gone to bed and gone to sleep since even joining the chat. Cool. I want to give Sigmar a try, but don't want to paint a horde and then not enjoy it. I would recommend, Luke, buy the Beastclaw Icewind Assault box. I think it's 135 RRP, but obviously you can get it off Martin from Wargames, our sponsors, for a lot less than that. And then buy a start collecting box set of Beast Claws. That is everything you will ever need, and it gives you enough variety because you get the Yetis, the Sabercats, and the Hunter in the Icewind Assault box. So it's basically a start collecting box and then a bigger box, and that's all you'll ever need. And there's enough variety in there that you can change your list around God knows how many times. But I would also recommend that if you do that, you magnetize the big guys, because the Thunder Tusks and the Stonehorns work very differently. They also work very differently depending on which rider you put on the top. So if you want to see how to magnetize them, there is a magnetization tutorial on the channel. So go and check that out. Age of Sigmar, it's better than 40k in almost every aspect of the game currently. I would say mostly, yes. I still like the strength and toughness thing with 40k. But yeah, it was a lot better than 7th edition. For me, I like Sigmar and I like 40k edition. I just don't like the cover rules for 40k. And I don't like the battalions or the detachments in 40k. Not all of them. I think some of them are really cool. Like if you want to run an army of elites with a HQ, fair enough. What I don't like is the Supreme Command detachment, which is just 3 to 5 HQs. Because then you get Tau Commander spam. On that note, though, I am attending Battle Bunkers tournament, which is going to be on, I think it's the 28th of November? 28th of October. 2,000 points Maelstrom of War. So, yeah, that's going to be pretty cool. I've got an interesting list. An interesting list indeed. Oh, Demon Prince spam, yeah. Lol, love the Tau. I'm running out of PVA glue again. It's really weird. Super glue's been making the cork curl for some reason. Supreme Command detachment use. It's meant, for example, Seer Council in most parks only players out there with Seer Council. Yeah, I get why they did it, but if they do that, they need to put a restriction on, or they need to change it somehow, because Tau Commander spam's stupid. I can think of a lot of other HQ spam lists that would also do the same. Thanks, Jaime, bro. You seem to be making your Blood Angels rather shooty in your battles. Is that due to opponents or is it due to Blood Angels becoming more shooty? It's due to the fact that you don't get any benefits for being combat-based. Not at the minute, anyway. Bearing in mind that I haven't actually played me Blood Angels for a long time. The last time I played them was against Lucy, and I made a very big mistake in going first and not deep striking a lot of stuff in. So please don't take it that I'm playing Blood Angels that way. But the reason I'm going shooty is just that's the way Space Marines seem to be working. I mean, who doesn't want Las Preds re-rolling hits? But yeah. Hopefully when the Blood Angel Codex comes out, there's a lot of good stuff in there and it'll help focus more on combat. But like, currently, the Death Company are good, Sanguinary Guard are good, but like, kind of, there's nothing going for Blood Angels at the minute. It's very poor. It's basically bog standard Marines with no chapter tactics with 2 specialist units. So it's not where it needs to be at the minute. You will see more of the Blood Angels. I'm going to be doing a narrative campaign with the Death Watch in as well, which the drop pod that I did on the last stream is part of the scenery for. But because Blood Angels don't have their own chapter tactics yet, I'm actually going to be using White Scar chapter tactics, because if you run an army of jump pack Marines, Death Company, Sanguinary Guard, things like that, you want to be in combat. You get in combat, you're not winning, you retreat out. Because you've got fly, you still shoot and then charge back in. What have we got? Hendrik says, I used to get 3 Broodlords in, but most of the time they die to Overwatch anyway. Yeah. 37 points basic Warlock on foot, 77 on a bike, Destructor nerfs the Smite. They need a lot of, and just 2 or 3 wound guys. Bad. Yeah. What's going to bother me is when chapter approved gives every army obsec. I mean, at least give it if you max out on all the min requirements for each detachment. Well, why though, Jacob? Because every codex that's come out, all troops have got obsec. So all they're doing is basically saying, right, you guys haven't got obsec yet, but you can have it until your codex is out. Why say because your codex isn't out and we're doing you last, you're not getting obsec? So I kind of get why they're doing it, and I agree. No one goes for those Marines because they don't have stratagems and relics and whatnot, just like Spaceman Codex. Absolutely. People go for Grey Knights, however, because they're so different on gear options compared to regular Marines. Yep. And unfortunately, that's why the Blood Angels have kind of been left in the dark a bit now. And I saw the Spaceman Codex when it came out, and I was like, why did I just paint the Primaris Marines from the Dark Imperium box as Blood Angels? I wish to God I painted them as another chapter. Poxwalkers equals obsec. You won't get them off the board that fast. No, I agree. Poxwalkers are a very, very good troop choice. Tyranids. Yeah, absolutely. You're not going to scare any of the gaunts off unless you physically kill them all. Or kill the synapse, which in most cases ain't going to be that easy. Which codex? H says, which codex are you most excited for? I'm not really that. I'm not like, oh god, I can't wait to see this because I've got so many armies anyway. I'm just like, cool, I'll wait for the next thing, and it's not like I've only got one or two armies. I'm like, oh, I can't wait. So I don't mind. I am looking forward to the Dark Eldar one because at the minute the way they're going with chapters and stuff, and obviously Forge Worlds and then Guard Regiments, there's about 6 or 7 in each book, right? When you get the Dark Eldar, that throws a spanner in the works because you've got numerous cabals, numerous witch cults, and numerous flesh courts. So how are they going to do that? Are they going to have 18? Because it gives too much advantage to horde armies. Look at the current codexes. Only the elite stuff gets obsec, whilst, to my knowledge, Guard don't have it. Jacob, every codex has troops with obsec. Guard have got it. Death Guard have got it. All the troops from AdMech have it. Space Marines have it. Grey Knight troops have it. So I think, is it the Terminators are troops for them? End result for Tyranids, they're basically the same crap as they used to be in 7th, just they twitch things around 360 to make them look better than before. Although they're exactly the same level, fooling people around, that's how I feel about Tyranids. Numbers from hordes would dominate objectives, whilst it allows those elite armies to take objectives for precious victory points. Given large blobs, obsec makes it much, much harder for one force. It would be the same thing before if you've got 5 elites in there, right? And you had a horde of troops around it. The guy with troops would still win it because it'd be more models. So anyway, I'm not far off getting my bases done, and then I'm going to clear the desk next to me, and we'll flip the camera around, and we'll start doing some airbrushing, because I've got lots of airbrushing to do. But yeah, Jacob, Guard have got it, Death Guard have. Everything that's out so far has it. That's why elite armies have firepower to push through. Okay, so I don't understand why you're upset that others have obsec. Another interesting fact, what About 40k. Remember those Warhammer World dioramas that were beautiful but game-wise unbearable and impractical? Yes, absolutely. Lucy played on one of them. I also played on Mining Sector 42 or whatever it was called. Beautiful board. Amazing for like Shadow War, Armageddon or Necromunda. 40k, don't even try and play on it. Now it's mandatory. How fun it turned out a 360 speed. I don't know what you mean, Vandus. Okay. Oh, what have we? Oh, that's what I should do as well. Well, I got the browns out. Oopsie. Uh-oh. I got too much crap. And it's all stuck. Line of sight blocking diorama boards aren't practical to move around, but to make the game a lot more tactical, flexible. Oh yeah, absolutely. Because basically, what's the point in cover now? There's no point in it whatsoever. I really dislike what they've done with cover. I think if the guys with the infantry, I can understand them saying, right, you need to be in the cover. Okay, cool. With monsters and vehicles, right, absolutely from day one, it should have been if that model is obscured from the firer by a piece of terrain. And cover in general shouldn't be +1 armor save, it should be -1 to hit. Sorry guys, I'm just sorting out what I'm going to be painting for the next hour or so. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Once I caught a fish alive. Right. Oh, cover by levels and adding its matching penalties. That is actually in, I think it's Cities of Death. If you are higher than your opponent when you shoot, you actually get your opponent doesn't get the cover bonus. The denser the terrain is, the more penalty to hit rolls. Yeah, it should definitely be to hit and not +1 cover save, +1 armor save. Absolutely. Jacob says it's not that I'm upset about other armies getting it. It's more the fact that there's literally no point to maxing out on a single detachment. There never was. So I don't know why you're getting upset about it now, because there was never a point to maxing it out. You get no benefit from maxing out a detachment. Least to trade off would be if you minned the Force Org, you would get the command point, but if you max out the Force Org, you would get OBSEC. I don't know what to say, because you wanted to change something that's always been there. Dense the terrain. Previously had formations, you added the minimum requirements, but then people would fill it with minimal units. Yeah. So more or so goes the same way as... Yeah, I can see, but... Right, I'm just sorting stuff out now, lads. So more or so goes the same way currently. I'm going to top my screen wash up because I haven't got much of that left in my squirty bottle. I know I've left the camera by itself and I'm sorry. I will move it in a few seconds. When I work out my space. So, let's get that out of the way. So, I think we'll start doing some towel. Reese Routledge, boys. Like the Harlequin big formation. Who in their perfect mind would fill up 10 plus models in their units of Harlequins? They would just fill up the minimum. Absolutely, because the transports are only worth... transports only carry 6. So obviously by the time you get your 5, except I was always bothered with it since the start of it. I was just not vocal on it. There should be an incentive to go max, or they should have just shaved it all off. Well, there is. If you max out, it's your brigade. You get more command points than if you did them separately. Yeah, 15-man squad of Harlequins running around is brutal, but you just get shot down. So, like, what was the point of ever doing it? Right, let's get the first colour up and ready. With some intermediate blue. Flip the camera around. But Harleys are more expensive, making them an elite army, so there would be a trade-off. Not really, because if you max them up to a 15-man squad, right, you can't put them in a transport, which means they just get shot down. So there's absolutely no point in taking them ever. Yeah, exactly like what Vander said there. Basically, over 24 inches, you wouldn't see them. Well, I think it's fine, Jacob. Just if you're not happy with it, then I don't know really what to say. I can't really suggest anything. So let's get that there. So workspace is what? There. Just get that back on. What camera are you using for these live sessions? I've just got a basic Logitech camera, mate. So if you take 6 squads of heavy support to get it, not just maxing out each individual unit. Brigade, you max out a brigade and it's done. Right. So, what am I working on? What am I spraying? I'm going to be spraying a towel, shield wall, tide wall, and a Yavara for the minute. And I've also got 3 Yetis here, which I managed to pick up off eBay, which also need a nice lovely base coat. I'm just going to go and turn my heating off, boys, because it is absolutely roasting. And I'm back, just like that. Brigade isn't a solution because it's just one detachment that you go min on. It's not minimum though because it's 3 heavy support. Right, you're saying everyone goes min on it. Yes, everyone goes min on it, but that's the same as maxing out a Vanguard, an Outrider, and whatever the other one is. Way up. I missed loads in the group chat here. Sometimes people go max on that. Yeah, absolutely they do. Because you get the 9 command points rather than the 3. Yeah. If game features like you only have 3 detachments per army, yeah. A lot of places do limit the 3 detachments. No Retreat for next year is limiting it to 2, but you've got to take a battalion and then 1 more. Excuse me. So then what's the point in the other detachments? Because if you don't have points, then at least you can get a single command point out of it. Anyway, I'm closing that conversation. We're done talking about it. We've talked about it for like 20 minutes. That's the way the game is. They ain't going to change it. We're going to have to deal with it, unfortunately. So, let's crack on. I also wanted on my Death Guard Battalion Death Guard because obviously Mortarion also fills up a slot. Also wanted the Chaos Space Marine Side Force to help out warp time and whatnot, and then a Renegades from Forge World. Can't make it because that's 4 detachments. So, what hobby goodness is everybody working on this evening? Because I have lots and lots and lots of towel to paint. I say lots, it's not a lot, but it's a bit of towel. And to be honest, I should probably go to bed, but that's not fun. Fire Slayer's Magnum Drop at the moment. Nice one. I haven't been fortunate enough to play against any Fire Slayers yet. So for the undercoat for all of my towel, I use intermediate blue. Reese, I'm at work. Reese, are you ever not at work? Shame on you, Reese Routledge. Yeah. Fire Sale's got a huge boost in 2017. Yeah, I've seen and I know they needed it, but we still haven't seen many armies. Surfon did indeed get a major boost, and that people saw cheese. Yeah. I don't feel like there's a hint in this. Best time to listen to back reps and whatnot whilst working. I wish I could do that. I would concentrate on work too much. Right, I don't know what's going on here, but my airbrush doesn't like us. That's incredibly watery. I'll have to dump this, I think, and then I know what's wrong with it. That's really watery, that. I wouldn't care, give it a good shake. I'm sure I've got another intermediate blue there. I'll see if I can try that one. No. Glitching. Oh, that's Imperial Blue. Yeah, I'm sure I had another blue. Ah, that might be why. I'm not sure what's going on with that paint, but it doesn't look like it's mixed properly. It's like the Spanish currently. Catalonia went into independence, same for that airbrush. It's this intermediate blue, man. It feels really thick and heavy at the bottom. There we go. Whoa, it's like mega thick, that. It's like tomato soup. That's like really mega thick. You need to buy a shaker for those paints. Nah, I'm strong enough. There we go. Ah! Still probably a bit thick, that. There we go. It's just a $5 thing. Or is it like a wheel that spins them round or something? So anyway, back to the hobby. So the towel shield line, tide wall. Will hopefully be appearing next time I use the towel. There is a battle report already filmed with the towel, which obviously doesn't feature this. You'll be getting that in about 3-4 weeks' time. Shakes and vibrates, perfect for mixing still pots. Nice. OP. How is it OP? I run Fun Towel. Well, it used to be OP, not sure now. No, Towel's not OP now. Towel's decent, but certainly not OP. And how many Riptides have you seen? None, because they're the cost of a night. I don't get what the point of the Towel drone port is. I've never looked at the rules for it, Henny, so I couldn't answer. Steve's your best guy to ask. Steve, can you find out what the drone port is for and tell Henny? Or how it is OP. It used to carry broadsides on top of it on 7th. Oh! I thought you meant Tau in general. Yeah, because if you made a save of a certain amount, didn't it like used to bounce wounds back? Or something like that. Talking going to retirement, food for Tyranids, yum. Haha. I can play against. Can I play against Fun Tau, please? If you really want, Reese, but I think Fun Tau might still hurt Orcs. Bearing in mind, right, your Orc boys get 5 attacks each hitting on 2s. My Fire Warriors for 8 points can get 3 shots at Strength 5, re-rolling once to hit, and then Overwatch for each other. Kablams, hello, you northern fellow. Hello. Drones used embarked units, ballistic skill, and port is counted as open top. Not worth it, in my opinion. Then probably not very much point until the codex comes out. The gun rig, for example, it counts as an open top transport that can't move, and while someone is embarked in it, you can choose to fire at whatever target you want, but you still only hit on 5s, which is daft. You're just lucky Reese hasn't brought a kill tank against your tower. Reese has a kill tank. But the guys inside don't really get a bonus, do they? Well, it's like being in a transport heli, but it's open top, so you can't target the guys until the drone port is actually destroyed. Geiger shooter, 6d6 shots, strength 6, AP -1, damage 1, 4+ to hit. I didn't realise it was a 4+ to hit. I think Reese has been playing that wrong. Long strike in a squadron will mess anything up. Absolutely. Long. When you brought long strike against me, Stephen, it was brutal. I want a rematch for that. I want to see if I can outshoot you with Blood Angels. At 48-inch range. Will I really have Judah just tuned in? Wish I knew you were making one of these. I made one for Ace Face that had LEDs wide into it. I could have made one for you. Yeah, I seen you took it down to the NWO. I'm not too fussed about the LEDs, but thank you very much for the offer. Preds are much better than hammerheads. Absolutely. But with long strike, that's insane. Preds have always been better than hammerheads since 2 editions ago. I didn't think Predators were that good in 7th. Bile Predators were amazing because they were fast. And then when they brought the outflanks back for them in the Lucifer Armour Task Force, it was fantastic. I ain't open the window. I'm going to start choking myself out here. On the count of your wallet won't work. Either. Right, where I'll put the blue, there it is. Need a bit more. I use no shooty stuff at all, played it out that once and literally could not hit a thing. Learn train players here, thank you very much for tuning in. Hit the one. Oh, yeah, Reese, because you moved to -1 because they're heavy, and then Sean had conceal on them. And something else. So, that was brutal. Oh man, come on. Right now my paint's too thick. Oh, I've got no spatulas left. I've used 20 grots there for holding objectives. That's why you bring the kill tanks. Did you find the guy you were looking for with story stuff? Yes, I did. Sorry there, I messaged you. I got really confused because 3 people were messaging us about different stuff. And then I had a long weekend. So don't move and shoot, shoot, shoot. This talk of dangerous numbers is wrong, near useless, to be honest. Want a giggle, put a supremacy suit in the corner of the table behind the Fortress of Redemption, then stick 20 odd drones behind it. The supremacy suit is 50% covered. Will you only get the 50% save if you are in the terrain? So simply being behind the Fortress of Redemption isn't enough. Come on, this hates me. Oh. Ah, there we go. Blockage clear. I used the Taurus to deal with 3 Yavara Riptides to table the full tank guard list. They are so powerful. Well, I'm painting mine as we speak. I looked at the equipment and stuff that you can give it, and I really don't know what upgrades and stuff to give it. So if you've got any recommendations, let us know. But points wise, it was expensive. It's like 400 odd points. Astromillia is broken currently. They literally fucked up with the codex on a whole new OP level of shooting. Yeah, absolutely. It's very, very powerful. Like, and I expect them to get nerfed. I know the nerfed conscripts as such, but it's like no one cares now because everything else is so much better. Target lock is a must. I've done no painting for ages, been spending so much time recording and editing videos. Fair enough. I spent so much time playing that I didn't paint. So now I'm painting loads, and it's good. Conscript got nerfed a bit. Has anyone tried the stealth drones on the town are super heavy? That's what Will I Really Am was saying, Henny. The supremacy. The stealth drones are okay, but yeah. 4+ that accept orders and still all else is broken. Tank shoot twice, commanders get +1 to hit a lot more often. I also had one with the intercept to prevent anything dropping in turn 1. Fair enough. But 3 is a bit overkill for me. Like, I've got 1. I'll stay with 1. I'm not getting another 1. You can have like pretty much all your limerence nearby your commander to get a +1 to hit. That's pretty brutal, that, like. But then obviously Space Marines take a chapter master and you just re-roll into hit. Like Bobby G all over again, isn't it? But in the end, I fear that for the Astra, if they're bringing this much insane firepower, might mean the Xenos are worse than ever. Possibly. I mean, how bad's Eldar going to get? I'm expecting a lot of changes for Eldar because at the minute they're not great. Yeah, I've tried Ghost Kills, position stealth drones in a building out of sight but within 3 inches of the Ghost Kill, then have 2 units of technical drones hidden. Ghost Kill is -2 to hit and repairs 2d3 wounds. I think I need some repair drones then. I've got loads of random drones in my box. I've got no idea what half of them actually do. So I should probably look through them. And I've just realised I've cleaned all the dark blue out and I haven't sprayed the Yetis. Reviewed Codex every 2 years. Oh, I forgot to do bloody Dark Strider. He's right in front of us as well. Technical models don't have a drone, just use whatever. Cool. Technical drones don't have a model. You know what I meant. Pardon me. Right, onto the middle shade of grey. Wolf grey. Forge will do technical drawings. They stopped doing them. Kind of like the Narlock, Greater Narlocks, because Stephen was after Greater Narlock. So Vander says technical drawings. We do have models as well. We'll stop because of production. What you need to buy next for your Tau Supremacy armor. I have a Supremacy armor with no head, no shoulder guns, and no feet. You do? Yes, I do. You'll have to tell me where I'm sending your Supremacy head and the rally drones. Will I drop you a message when we finish the stream, if I remember. And thank you very much. I really do appreciate it. So yeah, I've just got to find a set of feet now. It's got -3 hit then, in melee that is. Or fucking up an ED209 model from Robocop. Have you considered looking at a cheap Transformer model? No, I haven't, but I will. Find a crappy Transformer model on eBay or something. Go flowing a bit easier. Always wondered if I wanted to make Tau. I do like all the suits in general. Yeah, the suits are really cool. They're actually really fun to paint as well. Joking aside, I found your supremacy legs. Just go on eBay and type in ED209. I will do. Well, when I'm done with this. my god, you can even use his guns. Really? 40 quid. 40's still a lot though. But not new Town Arc Supremacy armor cost. I'm getting really tired, like lads. How cool a conversion will it be to have an ED209 Supremacy crossover? Nice. And now finally we move on to white. Have you tried contacting Forge World if they can get you the missing parts? No, I haven't, because obviously I didn't buy it new from them. But that's actually worth a shot, Henny. I'll drop them an email, actually. It's definitely worth a shot. Well, it's still their products. True, it absolutely is, so I'll definitely give it a shot to see what they say. Oh, Will, that would be absolutely legendary, like, if you could. They'll probably refund you with a new Supremacy full body if that's the case. Hey guys, I'm back. Just finished my takeaway. Bazaar! Oh, hello, Stephen. Heh Stephen's starting a new army. Harry dropped you a pic of my new project. It's an EOS army. So basically, Stephen's finally taking the plunge into EOS. Blue Pimps. Nah, Stephen does Blood Angels as well. There you go. I wasn't going to say, but Stephen said, yep, he's doing Seraphon. the most cheesy, overpowered, broken army in Age of Sigmar possibly at the minute. Nah, I'm kidding. They're powerful though. It's my son's first birthday tomorrow. Oh, nice one, mate. Happy birthday to your son. I think I seen on Instagram that you'd gone out with him. Nah, Zinch more broken by a mile. Fair enough. I didn't think it was that bad. I'm surprised there was none there yesterday then. Vic's birthday was Saturday. She wanted to start Wood Elves. I got her son. Her friends got son. And she ended up 8,000 points worth, 4 tree men. Wow. Yeah, mate, just got back from Blue Dolphin in Scarborough. Nice one, Bazza. Very nice. Yeah, Will, I'll message you later because it's Lucy's birthday on bonfire night. So I may have picked something up for her that she doesn't know about. And luckily she ain't listening now. Change horse where you can switch units places at your will. Extra change in frontline brimstones for nasty load change because you want. Wow, that's horrible. No problem. I'm driving to Essex for sister's birthday, then back to Scotland after staying night in Nottingham, so I can swing by and drop them off. Yeah, definitely, Mark. I'll definitely try and meet up with you on even if it's just like at the services at Durham or something, and definitely try that. I'll be absolutely legendary if you can grab them. Like, I haven't got much in the way to offer of like other services and models and stuff, but if there's anything I can do for you, let us know, man. Anybody follow Many a True Nerd on YouTube playing through Total Warhammer 2? Not just now. No, I don't really follow that much for other stuff, mate. Otherwise, Zinch would have gotten bad with Croak in the field. Now is the important question, though. Do I keep Pin? Or, seeing as I've got to be at work for 8 AM till 4:30, and then college 5 till 9, should I go to bed? I'm presuming Barry says yes, keep Pin. What do you run through your airbrush to completely clean out? Screen wash. Concentrated screen wash, not watered down. That's what's in this fairy washing up liquid bottle. Well, no, mate, get your ass to bed. Bed for sound of mind. Yeah, absolutely. I'm glad I've got the white done on the towel. I would have liked to have gotten a little bit more done. In particular, I wanted to get Lucy's Wildwoods done. But yeah. Because obviously if I start, I've either got all the pink leaves to do, or 2 shades of brown on all the woods to do, and then the bases for them as well. I'm annoyed Lucy's Forests of Wonder. Absolutely. They're going to be absolutely caked in foliage and shit. Because all our army looks magical. Look at their water effects. Yeah, man. She actually used the branch witch this weekend as well. She used her as an ally in the tournament, so she could cast Mystic Shield. And have 2 up armor save reticules. What transport case do you use to transport the larger models that have delicate bits? Depends. If it's me knights and stuff, I tend to put them in like a stacker box or something and just pad them with stuff. Anyway, what have we getting done tonight? We have getting 50 bases PVA'd and sanded, and then we have getting a Tidewall and a Yavara fully sprayed up, ready to go to be started to be painted. And I totally forgot to do the Yetis and what's his face, but there we go. Something for you. I think you can see him there. Yeah. And of course underneath he is intermediate blue. I'm presuming that hole, which I never noticed, is to make him like fly, which would be awesome. So, if you haven't watched them already, please go and check out the 2 videos I put up just earlier on today. Teleporter, that's how you transport stuff, absolutely, man. But yeah, I'm going to call it a night, lads, because I'm knackered and I've got a long, long day tomorrow. So, thank you very much for tuning in. I'm amazed that there's 10 people still watching, even though I've only been on an hour and 40 minutes. So, like I said, gents, thank you very much for tuning in. It's greatly appreciated. But for now, I am going to get myself off to bed. And we'll catch us again soon. Probably Mondays are going to be my streaming nights when I get a chance. And then if Lucy fancies one on a weekend if we're free. So you might see us this weekend. But yeah, I'll drop you a couple of messages. Barry, thank you very much for tuning in. Stephen, as always, thank you very much. And Vandis, of course. And Jacob. We've got someone else in the chat that's been talking a lot. I forget names, I'm really sorry. But Henny, if you're still watching, I'll message you as well, mate. But yeah, catch us later.